Okay, so I know I talked about having a lot of big movie reviews coming up in August, but due to the fact that a lot of the big August movies were pushed back, it's going to be a bit smaller this month. But I do still have videos I'm excited about. So expect this video, and then probably another video next weekend. Then at the end of the month, you'll definitely get one more video. That'll be Phineas and Ferb and Bill and Ted. Both those videos are coming out, but I cannot guarantee they'll both be out by the end of the month because they're both coming out in that last weekend of August. But I do have some good stuff coming up that I hope you'll like. But for now, I'm going to be doing a review of A Quiet Place. So I'm excited about this. I haven't seen a lot of horror movies. The only horror movies I've ever seen are the 3 different It movies, the original 90s one, the 2 new ones, Silence of the Lambs, and now this one. So I'm really excited to talk about this, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So basic synopsis, by the way, there will be, spoilers in this. Basic synopsis, there are weird creatures all around, or kind of monsters that don't have any kind of sense of sight, but they have an extremely attuned sense of hearing, and they're kind of off killing humans, and they have extremely thick armor, so they have a lot of trouble being killed. And then it's about this kind of one family as they try and survive these monsters, as the mother's pregnant and the monsters are kind of descending on their farm. So it's a really interesting movie. It has a good concept. I don't really have any issues with this movie. It's really good. Maybe one issue is it's kind of short, but I feel that goes into the more of a short but sweet thing. I don't have any direct negatives. One thing I kind of like about this film is the fact that it feels like a student film with a really big budget. Not in the way that it kind of looks cheap in the way... It feels like a student film, not in the way that it's like, cheap and, low budget, but it looks like, it feels like a movie that a lot of people, it was someone's big idea and they made it into a movie, kind of with their friend. And of course, the one thing that differentiated from, of course, of a college movie is the great effects on the monsters. But it feels like that because, low budget, short runtime, small cast, and interesting concept that you don't need a lot of special effects to do, with the, exception of the monsters. But I really like that about this movie. It feels like someone had this idea and they were really proud of it, and it's a good idea, and it makes a horror movie with a lot of tension. The sound editing on this is, ironically, the sound editing is great. There's a lot of sweet moments between the dad and the kids. One thing I don't really like, the one negative I have, I just remembered it. The one thing about the girl and her hearing aid being able to kill the monsters, it's kind of sweet, but they never really explain it too well. And I'm sure they don't really need an explanation, but it just kind of came out of nowhere for me, because it just appeared in like the last act. But yeah, it is a sweet movie. Great dynamic between the family and the kids, and I think the fact that I knew that John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are actually married made their relationship in this movie a lot better. I think the fact that they had it so like Emily Blunt's character was kind of pregnant, and they had to keep this baby from screaming as like the monsters are stalking her out. I think that added a lot of tension, and just a good horror movie. It of course starts with an opening scene, kind of show you the family, show you what the monsters are capable of, and kind of make you kind of feel sad about what the rest of the movie is going to be, kind of feel a bit of horror at the death of the kid. And also create some drama with the family, with how the girl feels it was her fault and she thinks the dad blames her. But yeah, I feel like really good characters, even though they don't really say anything. It's definitely scary. The character designs of the monsters are really unnerving, and the special effects are awesome for a movie with an under $20 million budget. I mean, it's impressive how good this movie is with such a small budget. Like, it's like 10, 15 million. And I'm honestly impressed with how they did all this. A really entertaining movie, really scary. My favorite character is definitely John Krasinski's character, the dad, because he seems like someone who, I like kind of his sacrifice near the end, and he has a lot of great moments where he doesn't seem to get mad when his kid makes a mistake, when they actually set the house on fire. I mean, not to the full extent, but when they did that, and he didn't seem to get mad, he just seemed to get worried. I think that was a good way to take it, not as kind of like the angry father, but the one who's just trying to look out for their safety. And he was definitely my favorite part of the movie. John Krasinski's great. He does a great job directing and everything. So yeah, I know I went a bit on a ramble. This review definitely wasn't as structured as it was in the past. But, I really enjoyed this movie. Didn't have a lot of issues. So I'd rate it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's a good horror movie, and that's coming from someone who doesn't watch a lot of them. So I really liked it. I hope you like this video. New one coming probably next weekend, or maybe sometime sooner. Hope you like the video, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.